Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to be talking about some of the upcoming releases that I'm really excited about. I thought that the beginning of the year, especially with how everyone's been talking about February, that my list for upcoming games to buy was just going to be huge. And actually looking at it, it's not that big for new releases. And, you know, it's the beginning of a new year. You know, game companies usually wait till the end of the year to kind of, you know, slam us like they did, you know, back in 2011. But there is some great stuff coming up here, and I just want to talk a little bit about things that I'm looking forward to. And first and foremost, I just actually went out and pre-ordered this, and I feel like you guys deserve an explanation because I did pre-order Final Fantasy 13-2. And if you've watched my Xbox 360 collection or my Final Fantasy discussion video, you'll know that I wasn't the biggest fan of 13. You know, the linear system, or the linear progression in the world maps, the battle system where basically all you have to do is just press X, you know, it wasn't really a Final Fantasy. And I was very, you know, critical of that game. That being said, I took a look at what was coming out in the big collector's edition, and god damn it, Square Enix, you've done it again. I knew that I was going to want this set. I'm going to want that 4-disc soundtrack, so I figured just pre-order it and just grit your teeth. And hopefully, you know, they've talked a lot about how they've fixed the game and blah blah blah, so hopefully they're not blowing smoke up our ass, and Final Fantasy 13-2 will be what Final Fantasy 13 should have been. I don't know about this time travel storyline thing, and I don't know why all of a sudden we're going to Valhalla, but you know what, I'll give it a shot, and we'll see. Hopefully they do better than the last time, but you know, anytime that Square Enix slaps Final Fantasy on something, I'm a sucker for it. Let's just put it that way. I am a sucker. So February, that's the only thing in January. That's it. Final Fantasy 13-2. So, let me see. Yeah, I've picked up a couple things here in January, but I think January is going to be a month where I just kind of take a step back and kind of regroup a little bit, especially after that December. If you watch my December's pickup video, it was pretty big. So I think I'm going to take a step back and kind of just relax this month a little bit. February. The big thing for me that month is Tales of the Abyss on the 3DS. Now, I already own Tales of the Abyss on the PS2. I haven't got around to playing it yet, but I want to make sure that you know, they keep bringing the Tales games out. And I heard a lot about how Tales of the Abyss has some loading issues on the PS2, and that's supposedly going to be fixed on the 3DS. That being said, I'll probably play it on the 3DS first because I've been really wanting to give my 3DS a workout, and you know, I've been playing Cave Story, but I haven't actually touched Cave Story in a while because I've been trying to work through some other games. So hopefully when Tales of the Abyss comes out, I'll have something really meaty to sink my teeth into on the 3DS. And then, you know, eventually, you know, I'll play through all my Tales games that I'll have, and I'll still want to play more Tales. So I'll go back and play the PS2 version as well. So that's coming out. Looking forward to that. Although I've heard rumors that the 3D in the game is crap, but whatever. The 3D kind of hurts my eyes after a while. Anyway, the other big thing. Well, here's something that I'm not sure if it's coming out or not. When I was at GameStop a few minutes ago, I asked them about it, and they don't have a SKU for it yet. And that's Grand Knight's History. I saw a release date for February. I don't think that's accurate anymore because I think I think Vanillaware is working hard on is it Demon's Crown? Dragon's Crown? Demon's Crown? The game they have coming out for the Vita, they're working hard on that, so they're not really helping Exceed out with Grand Knight's History very much anymore. So I think it's gotten pushed back a little bit. I can't be sure of that. If you guys know the accurate story, then post it down below. But I don't think Grand Knight's History is coming out in February. I think it's a TBD right now. But anyway, the other big release that's coming out in February is the PlayStation Vita. Now, I am not going to be picking up a Vita at launch. I don't know when I will pick a Vita up, but it will be. I'll probably have one before the end of the year. I might just set a little bit of money back here and there and just go get one. I'm actually really excited for the Vita, and I know it's been getting a lot of bad praise, or not bad praise. A lot of there's been a lot of negativity about it from Japan, where it's not selling very well. There's all these issues with its components, like a couple of them are just not turning on anymore, and all the customers are complaining to Sony, and Sony's just saying, well, it's just user error. There's all this negativity out there about the Vita, but I'm actually really excited for it because the PSP is one of my favorite systems, and I'm just looking at it as a souped up PSP. I'm really excited for Ys 4. That's probably when I'm going to buy a Vita, when Ys 4 comes out. I'm also excited because Tales of Innocence R, which we never got Tales of Innocence over here in America, but they are doing a port of Tales of Innocence on the Vita. No word yet if it's going to get an English translation, but here's hoping that Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Grace's F sell a lot, so it warrants them bringing it over. Hopefully they do. Ys 4. Go out and look at some of those pictures. I don't know if it's going to be the official story from Mask of the Sun or Dawn of Ys. Mask of the Sun's the official one. Dawn of Ys is sort of the non-canon Ys 4 that was on the PC Engine. Or if Falcom's just going to do a completely new story for it, because neither version of Ys 4 that was released on the the one on the Super Famicom and the one on the PC Engine were actually officially released by Falcom. Falcom let other companies make the games, so I don't know if they're going to go back and change the storyline or if they're just going to go with what is, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. I've looked at the Vita's lineup, and there's not a lot of stuff there for me per se, but it is a pretty strong lineup, and I'm actually really surprised because when new consoles come out, the launch lineup is usually pretty lackluster. I'm looking at you, 3DS. And actually a lot of Nintendo systems since the end. Well, even the N64 was lackluster because it was only Super Mario World and Pilot Wings, which are great games, but it was only 2 when it launched. So it's been a long time since there's been a really good, solid console launch with actually good, solid titles. And I really like the look of the Vita game boxes. They have them out now in GameStops, and they're just like little miniature Blu-ray cases. There's just something about it that I think they're going to look really nice really handsome on a shelf. So I'm really excited to see what they bring to the Vita. Hopefully, we're in a transition period here where the 3DS and all these handheld systems are not selling very well because everyone has their iPhones and their iPads and they're too busy playing Angry Birds to buy legitimate video games anymore. I know, I just crossed a line there. Angry Birds is a legitimate video game. Yes, it is, but yeah. Anyway, so hopefully the Vita comes out and it's a strong seller. I don't know, because the PSP had good numbers, but everyone says it's not a very good seller, so I'm not sure. But anyway, that's February. PlayStation Vita. Check out some stuff on it. It is a friggin' Swiss Army knife of a console, but I don't know why Sony feels they have to stuff all this crap in there, but I guess they think that's what we want. Anyway, March. March is the big month for me, not February. And March, we're going to have Tales of Grace's F on the PS3. I'm really looking forward to that. I love the Tales series, and I'm going to I already have it pre-ordered. So, actually, I should tell you what I have pre-ordered. I have Final Fantasy 13-2, Tales of the Abyss, and Tales of Grace's F so far pre-ordered. There's 2 more coming up that I have pre-ordered as well. God, I got a lot of games pre-ordered. But Tales of Grace's F, really looking forward to it. And, yeah. Next up, we have Mass Effect 3, which I'm going to get on the Xbox 360, because that's what my other 2 Mass Effects are on. I don't know if I'm going to go in and change it to the big Collector's Edition. I'll have to see what's in it. I probably won't, because I don't know. I don't really trust EA to do a good collector's edition. but I guess I'll take a look and see what's all coming in it. But I'm really looking forward to Mass Effect 3 because Mass Effect is one of my new favorite series that came out this generation. I love it to death. It feels like I'm playing Star Wars and Star Trek mixed together. And I'm really excited to see the conclusion of my Shepard, his story. I kind of made him look somewhat like me, not really, but he has red hair and everything, so that's close enough, right? But I'm really looking forward to see how it ends, and I don't really think it's going to end. I think there's going to be a Mass Effect 4, there is, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Kid Icarus Uprising, this was a game that I was kind of nonplussed about for a very long time, but I keep looking at more stuff, and it does kind of excite me. I remember playing Kid Icarus on the NES, which this game's going to be nothing like that, but that game was balls hard, man, just ridiculously hard. And looking at this, I think Nintendo's going to really bring something kind of special out there now. So the only thing I have left to say to you, Nintendo, is let's have a 2D Metroid. Let's have a Metroid. Okay, let me rephrase that because it will get confusing on the 3DS. Let's have a Metroid in the style of Cave Story on the 3DS. How awesome would that be? It's been a while since we've had a really good Metroid game. So, and the other thing that's coming out in March that I'm kind of looking forward to is Silent Hill Downpour. I love the Silent Hill games. I still haven't played Homecoming or Origins yet, or Shattered Memories. I got a lot of Silent Hill to play. But I am looking forward to a new version of Silent Hill. The only thing I'm not too crazy about is I think a new team is developing it. I don't think it's the same. I think it's a Western company that's developing it. So hopefully it doesn't lose that sort of Japanese weirdness that is in the game. And also the original composer of the music, whose name escapes me right now, and I feel really stupid for putting this up without getting his name right. But I loved the music for the Silent Hill games from the first one on, especially 2 and 3. That has some of the best video game music ever made, and he's not going to be a part of the new games. So hopefully the music is going to be as good as the original ones, but without his him being there, I don't think it's going to. So I'm looking forward to that. And the last thing I'm going to talk about on the list is April. Now, April's a little far away, 3 or 4 months, so they might not have all the stuff out for release yet in April, but the one big thing that I'm excited for, and you better believe that when it gets to be April, whatever game I'm playing gets put on the back burner, is Xenoblade Chronicles. I've wanted to play this game since I first saw pictures of it from Japan, and the fact that you have a huge semi-open world RPG on the Wii of all systems, and if you see it in the game, odds are you can go there. I mean, that kind of stuff on the Wii, I don't see how can people not be excited about that? We're finally getting a big, huge, meaty game that's not kiddie on the Wii. So definitely check out Xenoblade Chronicles, guys. Supposedly, if this is just from one of the managers at my local GameStop. Supposedly they said that if this does well for Nintendo and GameStop, that GameStop will look into bringing over the Last Story. So if you guys have any interest in Last Story and are kind of interested in Xenoblade, go ahead and go buy Xenoblade and give it a shot, and that will kind of put some money towards Nintendo and GameStop bringing these sort of niche titles out over here, because this is kind of a new business model thing, where Nintendo might not want to, front all the money for bringing out Xenoblade, so GameStop comes in and says, hey, well, we can make some money on this. If we're the only people selling it, then they have to buy it from us. So hopefully this kind of opens the door to GameStop partnering with game companies to bring out these titles that might not see the light of day otherwise. I know a lot of people out there hate GameStop. My local GameStop's really good. As a, for the company-wise thing, I don't like that they gut the games. I hate that they gut the games. If I buy a new game, I want to rip the shrink wrap off myself. But I can't fault my local store. I can fault the major company, but not my local store. And my local store seems to be really behind Xenoblade coming out. They've printed out, you know, little black and white printouts off the computer and have set them up around the register to make sure people know that they can pre-order it there. So, so that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm kind of on the fence about Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS. It looks cool, but on the other hand, I don't trust the Resident Evil series anymore. And I don't trust Capcom anymore. So I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more. I'm kind of interested in getting a circle pad, but then again, I don't have any games for the circle pad yet. But I do like I don't like the look of it per se. Sorry, a little burp there. But I do like that it kind of makes the 3DS a little bit bulkier to hold your hands around, because I have the same problem with the 3DS that I had with my DS Lite, which my hands are so, you know, I get cramps in here. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit more comfortable to hold. But other than that, I can't think of anything else coming out up until April that I'm excited for. So if I missed anything, definitely tell me what you guys are looking forward to these coming 4 months. Definitely, you know, give me your list down below or in a video response. If I've missed anything, let me know, because I always want to know. You know, I looked over a couple release lists on various sites, and, you know, that's what I got. So if I missed something, please let me know. Tell me what you guys think about the Vita. I'm really interested to know what people are thinking about the Vita. If you guys are going to get it. If not, if you think it's stupid, let me know. I know that I hate the idea of that back touchscreen. Maybe they'll do something interesting with it or not. You know. So let me know, guys. And yeah, so I'm going to go make something to eat because I'm starving, because I just got home from work. So I will see you guys next time. Take care, and thanks for watching.